Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer. This commentary is not so much about the gameplay. Kill confirmed. I think I start late and behind on it, but whatever. We'll do fine. So, I saw the UFC fight. Paid for it, like an honest citizen, etc. But I wanted to talk about what I saw. And one of the reasons I was so excited about the fight, not just for the fight itself, but for the emotion wrapped up in it. Chael Sonnen was the contender, and Anderson Silva was the champion. And Chael Sonnen had his everything wrapped up into this fight. I knew that win or lose, he was going to be very emotional about how it came out. If he won, it would be the culmination of a lifetime worth of effort. And by the way, the champion was 39 or 37, something like that, and Chael was 32. So if you're 32 and you lose your title shot, you might not get another one. That's that. And Anderson Silva, who he personally wanted to beat, who he, this legend, the best MMA fighter ever to have lived. Sorry, Fedor fans, it's Silva. He, that's the guy that you want to beat, and this was Chael's chance. This is it. So, he had his everything wrapped up into winning this thing. He told his father that he would be champion someday on his father's deathbed. That's the kind of stuff that was wrapped up in this game. So, Chael lost. Sucked. People had their fight analysis wrong. A lot of people think he lost because he did this spinning back fist and he fell. But the truth is, Chael threw this punch 20 seconds before that. And they actually both punched each other at the same time. But Chael got the worst of it, and he is sort of out on his feet. And you couldn't see it that well. He stumbled forward and tried to keep fighting. But it knocked him stupid. And he made a stupid punch just a few seconds later. And that's when he fell. But it wasn't the fall so much as it was the punch a few seconds before that knocked him stupid. That's why he lost. I still love Chael. And this is why, people who do mixed martial arts, people who give this thing a shot, they're already 10 steps ahead of people that don't. There are a couple cool things about mixed martial arts, but a lot of people don't try things just because they're afraid they'll lose. They're afraid they'll be embarrassed. They're afraid they'll get hurt. And anybody that's out there training, they're willing to give it a go, right? They'll put it on the line and see how it works out. And that's why I like fighters. That's why I think it's pretty cool. It is difficult to express the kind of emotion that comes with winning and losing a fight when you're a fighter. When your entire sense of identity is wrapped up in your ability to win a fight. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about real fighters. That's a big deal. And that's why I admire all the guys who are out there doing their thing. So that's really cool. Another cool thing about fighters is there's no bullshit in fighting. There are a lot of guys out there who delude themselves into thinking they're more than they are. There are a lot of guys out there who, I don't know, just have this notion. I was reading this thing on Reddit, I would just punch him in the balls and I'd win every fight. Oh, I'm going to punch him in the throat. Whatever, dude. Throw punches are legal, I think, in MMA. They're just freaking ineffective. If you're saying these things, you don't know what you're talking about. But people who actually train, there's no bullshit there. That bullshit gets corrected every time they hit the mat. They know exactly where they stand. And that's one of the things that I think is so cool about fighters, that there's no bullshit in there. It is what it is. So, I watched a fight and I saw a guy kind of get rocked, and then because of that he made a bad decision and he lost. But I also saw a guy who trained harder than most people have ever trained. I saw a guy who put more out there in a more public forum than most people would be willing to. It takes a certain kind of bravery just to step into the octagon, which is why I think each and every one of them are amazing in at least one way. There's going to be flawed people for sure. There's drunks, there's who knows what. But at least in this one little way, in their willingness to put it out there on the line and be the super them, I think it's pretty cool. So Chael's talking about retiring now. Why? Because this loss is so damn heartbreaking. He can't go on. We'll see if he retires or doesn't. I don't know. But I do know that it's hard to try. And he tried. And that's why I think, he's pretty cool. So thought I'd share. If you liked the video, click like. If you're new around here and you liked it, subscribe, blue box, top right. Have a good day.